Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. Today is the 13th of Friday. Ain't that something? Friday the 13th. Um, there's a lot of things going on, I tell you. And it's hot today. Very hot. I mean, even with the fan on. But it's another day we should be thankful for. You're looking at this world. And I look at the world and I try to compare, I compare the world with us. Well, what we once was. That's how I compare. Dazed and confused. Don't know which way is going up, which way is going south, and they showing everything about themselves. Now, the only thing that we did not do, even when we were asleep, we knew who we were as. Let me see. And it's a touchy situation because you'll get kicked off. We know who we were when it came down to man and woman. We knew that. The world has went and got itself absolute confused. So now they are in a position where we once was, except for that situation. We knew who we were. And that's just something that was instilled in us. They, on the other hand, they come with so many different angles about who they are and how they feel, who they should be. I'm serious. The day is going to come. They're going to feel like I'm a poodle. And they will go around barking at one another, thinking they speaking a barking language. I would not be surprised. Because now you look at the stuff that they got going on now. It's sad. And the sad thing, and it's sad, it's sadistic and it's sad because they're dragging our kids into that. They are literally dragging these kids into it. Now, I keep on forgetting the name of that symbol. It's a demonic symbol where the goat with two little kids. Now it's starting to make a whole lot more sense. Because from my understanding now, that symbol is a very old symbol. But with the kids and everything, it's always been that way. He was telling us who he was coming after, and now we get into these last days. We start to understand what the devil is doing. Not only is he being more blatant with it, he just flat out letting it be known. I seen a clip of Candace Owens and what's the cat's name? He played the drama boy in this movie. He played a drummer. Nick Cannon. And it was not that the fact that Nick was. I think he was trying to drive in a commentary and things because at one moment you think he's leaning towards a person should have the right to say, hey, I say I'm this. I was going this way, but I feel this way. It would appear that Nick was trying to say, hey, that's their decision. Candace, no, she just downright concrete, brutal with it. She was saying that it does not make sense just to spare your feelings to tell you a lie, which I understood. And there's a lot of people that don't too much they don't too much care for the sister. But I mean, I have not seen anything that this sister has said that was out of the way. That's just me now. I mean, she could have said something. Now, it's not like that. I just look for Candace Owens and things of that nature. I don't. I catch her, something I type a name in and look at some of the stuff that she's talking about and things. But I have not seen anything that says otherwise. But the sister, she's you can't knock her because now she's looking at Well, one, she based things upon the Bible to the best of her, or at least to the best of my knowledge, because she quotes a couple of scriptures, but when it's all over said and done, everything that she's talking about, she based it upon the Bible. If you were born with a penis, this is what you're a man. If you was not, you're a female. Open and closed case. So you think. But now the world has went out there and made it a touchy situation. Your business that you had for 30 years can be severely affected by your lack of thinking or your action. Or your action can say, hey, you go in and say something against those people, they bring in that clique with them. They bring it. And I have seen some companies go under because they chose the original way of life. That's what they chose. People chose that. You speak against it, and truthfully, this was when the world was a lot stronger with that movement. That movement is not as strong like it used to be. No, it's not as strong as it used to be. It's not. I never forget two brothers. Pissed me off. Pissed me off. Yes, it did. They wanted that movement to be done in Ghana. And these cats was in Ghana, walking up and down the street. These two big dudes. I ain't talking no skinny dudes. Big dudes. Walking around with some Daisy Dukes on. In Ghana. Poor representation of African Americans across the board. Now you just go flat out disrespect a country to which your ancestors are from by that insidious action. And then once the government came down on them, they got upset. They called themselves trying to go before the courts in the United States for the United States to do something against it. You see how democracy works? And you notice democracy has them in it, demons, rule. Brothers, sisters, this stuff is out of proportion. And it's just not, that there. But I mean, because in the book of Luke, it spoke about the days of Lot being will be taking place during the time of the end, and we're seeing that. We are literally seeing that. Was it Matthew? Matthew spoke about the days of Noah. Noah's day was full of violence, demon activity. It was just downright heavy. But Yahushua said all of those 2 days, the days of Lot and the days of Noah were combined. Those two times will come together with a third one, our time. All three will combine in one. That's what Yahushua was saying. And know that his judgment is near. We're seeing it. We're literally seeing what's happening to the world. Dazed and confused, the world is. Now, that was upon us. We was trying to be unknowingly. We was trying to be like the nations. That's what we was trying to do. Unknowingly, because we didn't know who we are. We just wanted to fit in. We wanted that picket fence, house in the suburbs, a good job, a good family to fit in. That was not part of the Most High, you know, that was not part of the Most High. Because he knew that he was going to wake us up. Well, don't get me wrong now. I'm not saying that uh, that brothers and sisters did not have homes in the suburbs and everything. Whether you had that type of lifestyle or not, that awakening still was going to happen. I don't care where you was at on this planet. It was going to happen. And it happened. The days that we feeling confused, trying to figure out why we can't fit in, why we got to work so hard, why this, why that, not no more. Not no more. Now, what we're seeing is some very heavy stuff. And it ain't even, truthfully, it ain't even got, it has not even reached its heaviest. It's just heavy right now. I was listening to Sister E, her channel this morning. Well, my morning is their night. So I'm listening to her, and they were talking about these drones and everything flying around. And so I was listening to, I was commenting and everything a little bit about it. But I understand exactly what she's talking about. But then I put it in the comments, though. I put this in the comment. I said, what did they do to us in order to keep us in line as slaves? What did they instill in us, our forefathers? Well, shoot, you ain't got to go back too far, because see, some of our parents and grandparents are still kind of stuck in this slave-based mentality. But what did they do to keep us in slavery? It's something that they did that kept us in slavery. It's called fear. They kept us in fear. That's what they did. And it worked. You read that, back in our ancestors' time, when reading was against the law. Shalom, Sister Monica. When reading was against the law, they got beat. Some of our brothers and sisters got, deleted. That's what they did. But they fed us a healthy dose of fear. And that's what they did. And so, along with that fear, it was just, let me say it this way. They used fear in capturing our brothers and sisters. And you're right, Sister Monica, they're still doing it. But it's not, the strength is not there against us. We the Most High had us go through some things to get us prepared for now time. We've seen what our forefathers went through. We've seen what they went through. And we talk about post-traumatic stress syndrome. Yeah, we've seen that. And to which that you're right, sister, they're still doing it right down to this day, but it don't have that strength like it used to. But now, who are the people that's getting on all on YouTube and these media channels saying, what's this in the sky? What's this in the sky? What's in the sky? They're the ones who are saying that they're getting afraid. I haven't seen a brother or sister yet raise that concern of fear of what's in it. And now, there was another brother, he had on his video, when I was telling you brothers and sisters about this, and I said, who to say that there's no guns attached to those drones? He was showing some Gentile was showing that drone And it was like gunfire coming from the thing repeatedly, like it's a machine gun. But it was done at night so that you can see what's happening. Now, brothers and sisters, I will say this, that it's not far-fetched. It's not. Now, I have seen them mount guns to those things. And all it takes is an electronic signal to shoot it. That's all it takes. If you got the signal, you got it on a program, that remote is going to do what you commanded to do. Now, second of that conversation is this. Now, Sister Monica, these drones. Now, there's some. They all what these sightings rather, for the vast majority of them, are they not in somewhere in New Jersey? Are they not somewhere in New Jersey? Because when I'm looking at TV, the news, it seems like everything's in New Jersey. Everything, all these sightings are somewhat in the vicinity of New Jersey. So I pose this question, and even New York. Okay, all right, hold that. You got New Jersey, and let's just throw New York in there just for giggles. Let's just throw them in there for giggles. Now, 1619. Did not our forefathers dock there somewhere in New Jersey or around in that area? Am I wrong? Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe it was New Jersey, 1619, somewhere in that area. But anyway, fear is what's getting to them. Now, that's when the first slave shows up in 1619. I'm just saying, why is New Jersey, this little in New York, like this center of attraction when it comes to these drones? And now, and then they saying the United States saying that they don't know, where they're from. I'm gonna say this too. They've been lying so much, they good at lying. I don't know whether they telling the truth or lying. They lie so much to like, yeah, okay. And then at the same time, you can say this though. We can say this. We can say this now. We can say, all right, to a degree you're telling the truth, to a degree you're lying. Let's just say it this way. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that it is from the Chinese. Habitual. I'm glad you put that in there, Sister Monica. Habitual. They lie. I mean, their lies go deep. I can feel an emotion about their lies. Let's just say hypothetically. Well, let's just say that those drones are from some other country, but they're not able to shoot them down. If they're here, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna say this. They've always been here. They have always been here. Now, what is it? Let's go with last year. Last year, it was talking about all these young military age men. Yeah, sister, you're right. They knew exactly where they needed to set their roots. And they set them up here last year when they talking about all these young military age men coming into the United States. They was putting stuff together then. They will go ship this stuff here. So this stuff right here, it can come through into it, but we just need for you to put it together. I'm just throwing things out there, brothers. That's all I'm doing. Shalom, Sister Nisi. I'm just throwing things out there that make logical sense. You got the men coming in here. You open up the front and the back door. And for those that were used to coming through windows, they opened up the windows too. That's what they did. So now you have all of this. They have the you got the young military age men that's already here. Evidently must they why we I ain't gonna say we. Well, I'm gonna say we. When no, I'm not immigrant. When the migration was happening, and we was talking about, and the world was saying, they taking black jobs, and what else is going on? What else is going on? It was something that's going on. Black jobs, and I think this is when that Diddy TDJ thing was popping off. So yeah, it had everybody minds on other things. And while the United States was occupied with this migration thing, they putting things together. They not only did they have the world occupied, there was building tactics. That's what they was doing. They was building, and it appears that hey, while the West was busy, they was busy too. They was busy. Ooh wee! This I tell you, man, this stuff is not far fetched, brothers and sisters. Now, when I was telling you all about Captain America, the Winter Soldier, I think that's what it was it? Yeah, I think it was Winter Soldier. But then they had these massive ships where the planes would leave off of, but instead of them being in the ocean, they was able to an oversized drone. That's what it was. And this thing was, they were so huge, so they had them so far in the sky until they was like out of space, you couldn't see them. And they had guns on the bottom of it. So they wanted to take out a portion of the population. That's what they wanted to do. So these things, they, was going so far up, but they needed this particular code to activate the guns. So you know how it is, Captain America is fighting to get these codes, and it's his enemy was fighting to get the code to give to the people so they can go ahead and shoot people down and things of that nature. But what I'm saying is this, brothers. They've been telling us what they wanted to do for the longest. You go back and look at some of Yakoba's old videos. 2020, 2025. They telling you what they want to do for that year. You now all of a sudden. Now you have the Congo disease. Now it is affecting the flights. It is. It's affecting the flights. Now we came up on some situations where at least it's being said. Now whether it's been implemented, I don't know. That some flights are being Sister Anita, Shalom. Some flights are they're not offering. And so I mean this is just something we have to start paying more attention to. Because this stuff is getting out of hand, brothers. Well, I ain't gonna say it's getting out of hand. This is judgment when it's all over said and done. So it's not out of hand. It's in the hand of the Most High. And it's supposed to happen, truthfully. It's supposed to happen. But now you're looking at this stuff here, these drones. Now this guy, he video recorded one of them just shooting. You can just see, boom, boom, it's just shooting, and it's aiming down, earthbound. And then there was another one. It was doing the same thing. Why, brothers? I mean, what? Have anybody? This is the first time I ever seen them shoot, and they wait till nighttime. They wait till nighttime. The thing that gets me is this, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna say this. Was you just out there Just filming. I know one lady said she come out there, she knew what time the drone was going to be there, so she was, she was out there recording. You know, there's a lot of questions that people have, but they're not getting no answers. They're not getting any answers. And it's the thing, brothers and sisters. Those are the drones that are at night that has the lights on them. Yeah, exactly. So you can see it. But now think about this, Sister Monica, and the rest of you brothers and sisters. Think about this though. Um, you do know you can go get your vehicle. If you want your vehicle um, um, covered in chrome, a chrome film, you can get it chrome and it shine. Now, can you imagine if they did a drone like that? Just cover everything in a chrome look, raise it up into the heavens or to the sky. It's going to blend in with the reflection of the clouds or the sky. It's going to make it a tad bit difficult for you to see it. The vast majority of people are out during the daytime. The daytime. Now, they claiming that they don't know what this is. This is the West. Well, who came up with the idea of 2025? Who came up with that idea? See, you, like Sister Monica said, they are habitual liars. They can say, we don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, but you're getting yourself all geeked up for World War III. See, this is where it leads to. It leads to you to say, nigga, please. It's going to lead you up to say that. Because I mean, what? It's going to lead you up to saying, you must think I'm a fool. You're getting yourself all geeked up to get this war started. And you don't know what's in the sky. You go ahead and start that war if you want to. Well, bump it. It's already started. But do something that's going to be out of line. Trust and believe. They're going to be already here, putting you back in line. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, all right, get out of line if you want to. We're going to light you up. That's what I'm seeing. This is not saying that, hey, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some things I have seen that lead me to question. I'm like, wait a minute, man. Now, is that a drone or is that, what is it? Now, when they start, the lights and everything, all right, I see that. Now, and the electricity about to go off. That's the thing. We was once these people. This the only thing about it is them. We was being disciplined. We was being disciplined. That's a different story. They being judged. Now, they're feeling what we've been feeling for. They're in a position where we was in that position. We was groomed for where we are right now. We was groomed for that. We had to suffer, brothers and sisters. We had to, in order for us to be prepared for this awakening and for the things to come that's going to befall the world. We got life experience, brothers and sisters. That's what we got over them. We have life experience. You living from paycheck to paycheck? Yeah, okay. We did that. You on food stamps? Please. Did that too. And I'm talking about the paper ones, not the digital. We did the digital. We did the paper too. Mm-hmm. You're not able to pay all your bills. Been there. But the thing about it is, they don't know how to cope with it. They do not know how to cope with it at all. The only way that they will cope with it, I'm talking about Gentiles, if one of them was married to a black person. They're gonna have a measure. They're gonna have a measure of a head start. Mm. That's I would say that's the only leg up they may have out of it. Brothers been pulled away from the political arena. They're like, no, not get involved in your getting involved with your politics. We're not doing it. That was a blow that we gave the United States. We did. And the greater blow, the greatest of all blows to the United States is going to be when we gone. Now imagine this, brothers and sisters. You think I'm joking about this? Imagine all African Americans gone out of the United States. Let's just say they get beside themselves. I know your coach showed this clip of a movie where they were taking all the dark-skinned people out. Mm-hmm. That would be to their demise. They know that. 9/11 hit, those planes flew into that building. We was their best friend. We was their best friend. The policeman was not messing with the drug dealers on the corner, although there was a drought. But once they got over their fear, they were right back up on it. Shalom, Sister Kathy. They was right back on the same old grind. They hopped right back on their arrogant horse and started doing the same thing. That fear subsided. And it did not take them a year to start. What was that? Was it Desert Storm? From that when they did what they did over there, I think it was Desert Storm. We got started off. I think it was Desert Storm. But I know one thing: it led to a war. It led to a war. This here, this nudging, it's at a point, brothers and sisters. So I'm like, nigga, stop pushing. Y'all need to go ahead and throw your blows. You right here talking about each other's mother. No, that's getting played. Now, whatever y'all gonna do, you're gonna do it. We everybody knows what you're doing. I mean, it ain't like that they don't know what's your end game. You're looking at a population reduction. You're looking to make money off a world war. Hypocritical, sister, their heart looks hard. Sister, I say, But at the same time, Sister Kathy, they have the audacity to use religion as the part of this war. And it is. It is. Religion, I don't care what you're talking about, it is part of it. Always part of it. Everything is always in the name of God. But not Yahusha, not Yahuwah. They can open up a door that they cannot shut. They cannot shut it. Now they get who's that? That dude's name. Canadian prepper. It not just him. There was another. It was a news channel saying, "Hey, Europe is preparing itself. They're at a higher level now. of alertness. So and now, oh yeah, I'm glad. Now there was a Canadian prepper, and he was talking about it was this type of medicine that's for radiation poison, brothers and sisters. Let's just say hypothetical. Well, let's just say let's be on the safe side. Let me say this: if something do happen in your locale, and they say it was there's some radiation or whatever, potassium iodine. Look it up, brothers and sisters. It's not as difficult to get it. A lot of stuff is in the food, but look it up just to be on the safe side, just in case. But these are the people that people have been voting for to lead the world, to control the world. Now, the ones who's taking the lead, trust and believe. There's somebody telling him what to do because, hey, I put you in office. Case in point, who was the biggest donor for Obama? Who was the biggest donor for Obama? I'm gonna wait for y'all to tell me that one because I think we all know who that was. Oh yeah, when that comes to the medicine, no, they don't want to sell that. They holding on to it because now it's about to shoot up. It's about to shoot up in value. They put um, potassium iodine. Yeah, it's about to go up in value now. It is. It's about to go up in value. All you got to do is put it up. They already. They said the United States trying to get his hands on all of it. Mm-hmm. But this is where we at. These I mean, it would appear, brothers and sisters, for Trump, it would appear that Elon Musk, that's his pockets. That's the hand he can take his hand and go inside his pockets. Because it would appear that, hey, this man he funded Trump to get in office. If you want my money, you got to put something in it for me. And this what it seems like has been happening for ages. Who was his name? What's his name? Obama. That was well, you know what, Sister Jones, that was true. That is true. But what you call? She had her hand in it too. Now, Oprah Winfrey, she was out there too. But now, I mean, it seemed like no matter what president is there, they got to pay. They have to pay homage uh, to the Roman Catholic Church and to you know to the Rev 2939 people. You know, but these brother, we have to really keep our eyes open. Oh yeah, she was. Can you imagine Oprah Winfrey in a cheerleader suit? Yeah, yeah, but she was. She was. But the thing about it is, brothers, we don't let this stuff take us by surprise. We see it, we see it, recognize it, and we continue to stay alert. That's how we have to be. It's like we got to be hmm, one eye over here and the other eye over there. That's what it was saying because it's we don't want it to take us off course. They push this stuff out here saying these things here and in the air and this is there and things of that nature. No, 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 no. And now It just made, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out why in the world it's all like in New York, New Jersey area. When you have the whole, you know, and I don't know. It could be they just um looking at mm, the three or four largest states, New York, Chicago, LA. I think it's four. I think one more is in somewhere in Texas or something. It could be that. They probably just showing themselves, hey, it works. It's when they hijack the what was it? The electrical or oil system. Where they had it, they hijacked it electronically, and they had to pay so many millions of dollars to release it. I think it was about 3 years ago. That was just a test run, brothers. That was just a test run, and it worked. Who to say that these drones flying around, they're not able to find out where they're coming from, where they're going, and things of that nature. Who to say that that's not a test? New Jersey, New York can be just a test. They probably already there in Chicago. They probably already there in LA, in Texas, whatever. They already probably got the. Now, if they're thinking that it could be the Chinese, they will probably have an upper hand on knowing where it's come from. Because Chinese, no, they're not gonna come half staff. They're not gonna come half staff. Chinese go like, we'll get this popping. We ain't coming in half staff. No, 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 no. They, they say it's 1 billion of us. We go, all right. We'll have like three. We're gonna have at least 3 billion drones. Now, and do you brothers remember that when what was it? Was it? I don't think it was this year. I think it was last year. When first it was the balloons. It was like three or four sightings of those weather balloons. That's what they said. And so now they had to, they shot them down or whatever. There's a lot of things now, brothers and sisters. If you just go back in time and just ask, what left questions. Now it seems now, as time goes, that these questions are being answered by their action without them saying a word. Period. You had these balloons up. And now, brothers and sisters, I want you also to understand this. There was another incident, but it was right there up under our nose. And we was feeding off of it. If you got a cell phone, you was feeding off of it. Cell towers. And when people was complaining about this 5G, okay, some of this stuff is starting to add up now. It's starting to add up. Back in the days, you could have, I'll say, like in the middle of the explosion of cell towers. If you had property, you could have called one of those cell companies and say you would like to lease out your land to the boom. They'll do it. $25,000 a month. $25,000 a month. That was back in the days. And they pretty much got everything in place where they want to get it in place now. But you don't want to live up under that either now. You do not. That's the period. No. I mean, that's radiation. I don't care how you look at it. And especially if you're not in front of those antennas, you good. Hop in front of the antenna, you lit up. You most definitely lit up. So when you climb those things, you have to take a RF detector with you. And so to make sure that, if you're working on that, you got to make sure that thing is off. So you just wave it. Or you ain't necessarily, you ain't got to wave it, you got to just get close to it. And if it lights up, it's still on. You can't get in front of that thing. It has to be turned off first and foremost, because there's a lot of radiation that goes with it. Now, back in the days, the circular ones, those big ones, they have in the military. You could take a can of beans, and you could toss it up in front of that satellite about like 10 times. It's microwaves, brothers. That's microwaves. Now that 10 times, no, you're gonna need something to hold it because it's gonna be hot. But it cooks the beans in that can. That's just showing you just how much radiation is in the air. Truthfully, that's what it's showing you. But now, in order for these drones to be flying and to communicate with the thing, oh yeah, that 5G is right on time. That 5G is right on time. Have any one of you heard about 6G yet? Anyone? I know I haven't. That 5G is what they need. And you heard a whole lot of people complain about the 5G, and you see how it died down. Everything about 5G died down because it's going to give you faster speed and things of that nature. Oh yeah, people got used to that faster speed. Oh, I got a 5G on my phone, and we walk around like we proud. Boy, when I talk about if you want to talk about a pimp, this country is the biggest pimp. Still got the old Cadillac, 1969, 70 Cadillac with the diamond in the back. And they're the biggest gangster. And they continue to lean. And they talk about us. Man, please. They demonic gangsters off the top. We dress things up for you, make it seem like it's nice, it's the best thing ever, and turn back around and use it against you. Use it against you. And Sister Monica, heavily populated melanated areas. That's my concern. It is stated that majority of African Americans live southeast of the United States, in the United States rather. Pretty much wherever those boats docked at to where our forefathers came in, that's pretty much what we live at. You have a small more number, outside of that and thing, but that for the heavy population of us is there. Shalom, Brother Robert. It's there. And so now, we can sit up here and keep talking this stuff, and we can sit up here and keep going back and forth with brothers and sisters all we want. We got to look at the bigger picture that's going on. We have to look at this bigger picture. We got to give attention to it. Because if we don't, we will be the ones sitting right here looking like idiots. We're going to try to figure out where am I going to take shelter at? Well, what's going on? Now, they keep on. It's going to get popped off. No matter what you're talking about, it's going to get popped off. It's going to happen. So don't even fool yourself talking about, all right, these fools just acting a fool. No, they're not acting a fool. They're putting themselves in a foolish position to act the fool. That's what they're doing. And truthfully, it's going to take you, brothers and sisters, to say, hey, we've seen this coming. We've seen this coming. And you got to start making decisions as to, hey, how are you going to move? These people are already in place. Have you heard anybody lately speak of these immigrants who came like military age and things of that nature? No, you haven't heard nothing about them. Trump talking about a massive evacuation of these immigrants. I don't know, but I'm gonna say this. I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. This appears to be the start of a what's the word? Mm, a massive shutdown. Nah, I can't say that one. Um, they want disorder. That's what they want. Absolute disorder. Shalom, Sister Van P. They want a massive disorder, brothers and sisters. I don't know how many movies they made about it, but it was a lot of them. It was, well, I ain't gonna say a lot, quite a few. Um, Purge, Purge. But now you notice about that Purge. Majority of their movies, the Purge, the majority of those movies was minority areas. Yeah, that's what it was at. Minority areas. And so they give see that when it comes to that purge, and this is what the world brother, this is just my thought. The world put things in the movies and try to make a fool out of you. Look at these idiots. They love this movie. They love this movie. Purge. They love it. These idiots. We're gonna use it on them. When the world seems that it's losing grip, they reconstruct the grip. That's what they do. And sometimes they got to take the grip off. Hey, let it run wild. We just make sure that we protect ourselves so that we can come back and tighten it up on them again. And we're right back in power. Brothers, we have family that we have to think about, loved ones, this stuff that they pushing out. If you have an older mother and father, you got to think about them. You got to put things. It's like you got to put things in place because now, and it's going to be. Things are going to be based upon prayer and things of that nature up the top, in order for you to know which way you need to go. But now they're throwing out warning shots to you. They're showing you just how much they do and don't respect you. They're showing you just how much you mean to them when it comes to your life. Your life. Let's just go back some years. And I'm going to show you just how much they disrespect, especially people that has my skin tone or lighter. If your hair claimed to be nappy, yeah, you fit the bill. Brothers and sisters, when that incident of the Tootsie Roll incident was taking place, all on media. If you want to see a fight, where was it at? I mean, at least amongst black people. It's Popeye's chicken. Oh, you can get some good fights out of Popeye's chicken. Yes, you did. Back in the time of the lollipop. Yes, you could. And I'm like, why is everybody fighting, man? Over a chicken sandwich. It didn't make no sense. Oh, but I'm not done, brothers and sisters. I'm working every day. Come home from, I get finished work, go pick my son up from the babysitter. I don't feel like coming home cooking. I don't. But I go there and I mean, go to Popeye's Chicken, get some chicken. Me and my son go home. Son getting tested with me. I'm like, man, don't sit there and clown with me. I'll lay you down. Plenty of times I have to lay my son down. But then I started to notice this is getting out of pocket. My son is not like that. And I wasn't either. So now it started, truthfully, brothers, all it takes is a few incidents with me. Then I'm going to sit down, I'm going to start analyzing some things. So I start analyzing. And because don't get me wrong, I was taking my son to Burger King, McDonald's. I'm working. I don't feel like coming home cooking. Until I just said, no, let me slow this stuff down, because this can get out of pocket. Because I didn't know where it was coming from. So I said, Bunker, when I got a job and I made sure if I got to rush to do that job, I'm gonna rush. You may see me run up and down hours and wires and hooking up a camera, just to be on time. Boom, let me get out here, pick my son up, go home and cook. And I started to go back home cooking. And then my son, he fell in line. He started cooking. And I noticed, no, there was no arguments and things of that nature. No, it wasn't. I said, no, there's something bigger that's going on here. And then as time went on, and I told myself, I said, no, we're not gonna be eating out of Popeyes. I told him, I said, no, we go slow down on that one. And then if I did take my son, it was just him that was eating out of it. And if he did, no, there was not a lot of pieces. And like the bread, fries, wouldn't get all that. Chicken, that was it. And I didn't do that on the regular. But the more I kept on going home and finding things to cook, bam, it worked out a whole lot better. And then here come they cloned Tyrone. I said I knew these. That's what I said, brothers. I said I knew these niggas did something. I knew these niggas did something. I knew they did something. And then that's when it started hitting the internet and this and that. And they come to find out they had 30 different chemicals in that chicken. 50 for Chick-fil-A. 50 different chemicals. And the stereotype they gonna say about, black people love chicken. Y'all eat more chicken than we do. But they knew exactly what they needed to test it at. That's what they knew that. When I say that when they start testing on people, they're gonna start with us first. And they always started with us. Because this is what this world has done. And we can only imagine what type of tests they was doing on the brothers on the continent. Shalom, Sister Nisi. Oh, and snacks. Oh, Sister Nisi. I had to, I was not a big sugar eater. And my son wasn't either. We every now and then. But my son loved McDonald's. And I blame that on myself now. I blame that. I take that blame. And I just started telling my son, I said, "No, man, we got to stop eating at McDonald's." I didn't too much eat there, but my son, yeah, Dad, can I have some McDonald's? I'm gonna get McDonald's. And I started to do some research, and and um, and a lot of people, especially the Muslim world, some years ago, when they found out that McDonald added pork grease, some type of pork ingredient in the fries to give it a taste, they was highly upset. I was shocked, and I was not awoke at that time, but I was shocked that they had pork. I was like, how in the world you gonna put pork in a French fry? I'm thinking this is a potato, but man got a way of doing what they needed to do to prove their point. And you're right, Sister Jones. Those movies are true because he was telling us. Now he made that movie before he had that little incident. He made that movie, and so all I did was took what he was saying in the movie, and especially when it came down to the chicken. All he did was what he did was reverse it. Everybody in the movie was laughing. They were just laughing over some dumb stuff. It was all giddy and everything. And see now, this is the thing, brothers and sisters. And when I say we want to be careful of how we judge our brothers and sisters, we may have brothers and sisters in the industry, entertainment and everything. Trust and believe. The Gentiles will always slip and say something and do something, and it's always will be us who will pick up on it. They're there for a reason to let you, hey, this is what's going on, and they have no qualms of trying to lay you down where you don't get back up. What they to this day they say they still can't explain uh, his medical emergency. Oh yeah, you can explain it. You can explain it. It's, somebody hand was in it. They want this to get out, but that's what he was saying. I mean, and he laced it over with a lot of things. But if you look at that movie, they clone Tyrone. Take away, exclude all the cursing and everything else, and look at what he's telling you. That's what you're gonna understand. That's what you're gonna understand. If they able now, look at brothers. Now, I'm not gonna say that they cloning people. I'm not gonna say, but if they did, it would not surprise me because if you can clone a sheep, I'm quite sure they did something about some human beings. I'm quite sure they went up there and just didn't. Brothers and sisters, let me say this: the days of Noah, Lot, in our time. Let's say 53. Truthfully, brothers and sisters, it's four. If you're a person who believes in the book of Enoch, you will agree. Now, the book of Enoch is alive and well and kicking. Because what did those wicked angels do? They came down and they married these women and they showed them how to mix roots together, how to blend roots together. They knew that they was going contrary to the Most High. And they had to get it out there. And now here we are in this time of the end. They are looking to do the same thing over. But this time, the scripture says this: if possible, to mislead his elect, that is his people. If possible. He said, if that's possible. Shalom, Sister Pixie does. That's the thing we got to look at, brothers. We have to keep this stuff, not necessarily deep in our minds, but first and foremost, out there before everything. Look at what this world has done just to you. This is just to you. Now we ain't, like the scripture says, maybe you can escape the sword. Call it a blessing. But at the same time, brothers and sisters, you still will have to stay on guard. These people are showing you what they're doing. They're telling you exactly what they're planning on doing. And the thing that gets me is this. You have a nation or nations that hates you, that hates you. And I don't care where you at on this planet Earth. If you got any ounce of Israel in you, you hate it. Whether they see you or not, you hate it. There is absolutely no love for you. And they're going to show it a lot more. They can sit up here and say, I take you as my wife. They can say they'll take you as a wife. But deep down inside, that hate is going to show itself. They're going to start for the weak-minded ones. And I say weak-minded because you're going to have some weak-minded Gentiles out there that's going to jump ship with the masses of people. And if you are a sister and you caught up in that nonsense, I mean, look here, you better start swinging. You best start swinging. Because the day that there is no law, the day that day is going to come, is going to be no law. What do you think they're going to do to you? I don't care how much you think you can squeeze your hips in and think you're going to look like a flatback. You know, poke and bite the top of your lip and you'll try to sink them in or whatever. It ain't going to work. You're going to have to make a decisive decision then. You will have to make a decision. Sit there and be naive if you want to. And I'm not sitting there encouraging you to leave your mate. No, I'm not. But these days are going to happen. You have a perpetual hatred that the Most High said is going to be there. What did the Most High say to Eve? No, not to Eve, to the serpent. Sister Zenobia, shalom, sis. Oh, it's not a problem, sis. It's okay. You got your grandkids there. All right, it's good. Brothers, sisters, I'm not here to speak against nobody in your marriage, but I'm going to say this though. Although we may have been naive to who we were, and that being naive, at times it came in toward destruction. But with this awakening, now you gotta walk on eggshells now. If you are a brother with a Gentile wife, you gonna have to walk on eggshells. I'm sorry, it is what it is. The Most High is not going to be you. He's not going to lie just to please you. He's not. That hatred, he put it there. He put that hatred there. So now, don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. There are going to be some Gentiles that's going to wise up. Wait a minute. You people are. Oh no, I'm rolling with y'all people. But it don't seem that there's going to be a lot of them. It does not seem that there's going to be a massive number of them taking hold of a skirt of a Yahudim. Because they're not going to jump over. They're not going to jump over you to get to your Yahusha. They got to go with you to get. And at that same time, it's going to be the Yahudims who's going to speak to Yahusha. They just can't come into his grace like that. They just cannot do it. They just cannot do that. This hatred, brothers and sisters, is on the horizon. Oh, let me take that lie back. Let me take that lie back. It's right there before your face. It just takes it's going to take something, and it's going to be very minor, very minute, and it's going to get popped off. It's going to get popped off. No matter how you see it, it's going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen. Don't fool yourself to thinking, oh, it's going to get better, and so on, so on. Oh, my neighbors, they're the greatest. You saying that now. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, the Most High is not a liar. He would not be made to be a liar. If he told you, I got a perpetual hatred planted in each. You're right, Sister John. It is. It's off the chart. When the Most High told that serpent, I'm going to put enmity between you and her seed. Black people don't like snakes, for the vast majority of black people. When they see a snake, they're trying to kill it. And when they kill a snake, what's the first thing black people do for a snake? To a snake, to kill it. We know it kills it instantly. What is it? We take a stick and pop it in the head. We know for a fact it's dead. Now you can cut it in half. It'll grow back. But that head is dead. Did not the Most High already? Did he not prophesy that? Did he not? You could take your foot and stomp a snake in the head. It's dead. We do not like serpents. We do not. And it's a legitimate reason why we don't like serpents. Did not the Most High bring some serpent in on Israel that was when they worked his last nerve? I mean, I ain't gonna say last nerve. When they went back and been unfaithful to him again, complaining, he brought those serpents in. We still affected by that. We see a snake, we go to running. Yes, we do. We do not like snakes. No, brothers, I'm serious. This is not that time. If you starting to recognize something in your interracial relationship, and things are starting to look a tad bit different, you are the reader. You need to start making the decision. Period. That's what you need to do. And trust and believe. If there's something that you need to be paying attention to, the Most High is going to show you. He's not going to leave you in the lurch. He's not going to leave you in the dark. He's going to show you something that you need to see. Now, how you take it and digest it, oh, she just made a mistake. You know, it was just a mistake, and so on, so on, so. Okay. Keep thinking that if you want to. Keep thinking that if you want to. Now, you can sit there and say, Mike is on that prejudice thing. No, Mike is not. I'm not on no prejudice thing. I'm not. I'm on a realistic timetable. That's what I'm on. Yeah, and you know, you may have those brothers. Nah, I prefer Gentile women. No, you go in there, you can prefer all you want. It don't mean you will be blessed by it either. Oh, I want some kids some good hair. Who told you had bad hair? Who taught you had bad hair? Brothers, this nonsense got so deep inside of us to it's near about impossible to bring your brothers and sisters back to who they really are. When you have brothers and sisters going off of the reservation um, to get every ounce of melanin off their skin, but there is a measure of persecution that they will experience with that also too. Now let's not get that let's not misunderstand that. Step in that sun without that melanin. Step in that sun, and it seems that the sisters are doing this a whole lot more than the brothers. Step in that sun. That sun go like, yeah, yeah, nigga, you messed up. That's all it's going to say to you. You go find yourself drinking a whole lot more water than usual. Because now that sun is coming in and it's boiling whatever hydration you got out of you because you made the wrong decision because you're looking at the world and you want to be like the world. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want. And you went out there and you want it, you got it. You got albinos that wish that they had dark skin. They can beg for it. Over in Tanzania, they got to be covered. When that sun is, oh no, they got to be covered. They got to. When that sun is beaming, it's like what was that? Like a vampire. The vampire, they couldn't have direct sunlight. That sun it damaged their skin. And from my research, their life expectancy, truthfully, they said it's roughly around 40 years old. You got some that lived a little bit longer, not that many. Not that many. But brothers, don't take me off as somebody that's being prejudiced. No, because the Most High said every person, he didn't say some, he said every person will go back to his or her own land. Now, if you sit up here and bleach your skin, you could be an embarrassment walking around looking at a lot of people that has the melanin. Now, how the Most High is going to fix that, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. Yep. Oh, you know what, Sister Joe? I'm going to read what you said. I'm going to read what you said, sister. She said, what they are really saying is that Abba Yah made a mistake with my skin. It's a slap in the face. It's the slap in the face of the Most High. And truthfully, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, that is exactly what you did. Because you fed into this lie of this nation. And it's the nation that wants your skin. Why do you think they walk around here putting on sunscreen? You have Gentile women that very well knows that they got to have a baby with a man of color. It's like it's a scientific proof. If they want their bloodline to continue, they must mate with a black man. They know this. They learn this stuff in college. So if you're so much of a peasant, why is it they trying to rise up for your skin tone? Why? But you want to ride there and drain your body of your melanin, of your color, and then get on TV and, whoo, yep, you all went out there and made idiots of yourselves. You made yourself a spectacle of yourself doing that. That's what you did. You made it, and what do people say? People, they tend to talk about you because now they look, oh no, you do not look right. You do not look right. Something is not right. You know, and granted, for the brothers and sisters that they deal with certain diseases, let's just say cancer. Yeah, cancer can lighten your skin, but it's not the cancer that's lightening your skin. But it is the cancer that's lightening your skin. But that's a sickness that was out of your control. And when you're sick and your what is that? Your A count is low. And some people it goes your skin get pale. And some people their skin get darker. And that's usually due to the radiation. That's due to radiation. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about some able-bodied people who looking in the mirror. Let me say it this way. Those are some strong niggerless people. Niggerless niggas that can sit up here and make you feel that you are not worthy of my white skin. And it's usually somebody in a relationship with them. What is it that they're pimping on you? Let me get rid of pimp. Let's just say, what spell are they putting upon you to say, I want to be lighter? What spell are they putting upon you? Who is this? You got to ask yourself that. You got to ask yourself that question. And if you don't ask yourself that question, because you don't care. The only time you go care when it's a tad bit too late. What? African Americans, we start picking up on this, especially in the NBA, the NFL, all of it. Who's the first ones there in front of them? And especially if the brothers are coming from an all black neighborhood and he feeling this privilege to have Becky. Shh, okay. And what do? Well, they go out and, and man, you know what? You can't too much. Well, there's a measure, a small percentage of a percentage. You can't blame them. The women, the Gentiles, they smart. They smart. They know they can't read, and they know they can't compete with a black woman. That's one thing they do know. They make sure they have a baby with them. They gonna make sure that. They gonna make sure they have a baby by that black NBA, NFL, baseball, hockey, whatever it is. They're gonna make sure they get a baby out of it. That baby is gonna see her through retirement. That's what that's going. They knew this. And they did it. What was that? Barkley, daughter, married. Let me not even go down that route. Because if I go down that route, you're like, oh Mike, you going in on this guy. No. But this is what they do. They do. I mean, brothers and you brothers and sisters, if you ever read the book of Tobit, you go find out that Sarah, not Abraham Sarah, this is another Sarah, she was a wife to 7 different men, but never had relationships with them because there was a wicked demon who was infatuated with her. There was a wicked demon that was infatuated with her. And he killed every last one of them before they can consummate their marriage. The next day he was dead. All 7 of them. Shalom, Sister Donna. All seven of them. I'm saying this, sisters. Sisters, I don't care how young and how old you are. They excluded black men from this report, and they asked a lot of non-black men. It was a bucket list that they wanted to, the 10 thing they wanted to do before they died. 10. Oh, I know. 10. 10. Um, the things they wanted to do. And guess what was always in that bucket list? Guess who was in that bucket list? You black sisters. You black sisters. You are some special women. You are. You are all some special women, as well as the brothers. This shalom, Sister Yvonne. This they had to bring in this separation between myself and black women. They had to, and other all black brothers. They had to bring that. It was a necessity that they brought this in. They had to bring in discontent, and now they got our sisters like there's a spirit or a spell, a spiritual spell, a demonic spiritual spell that's telling our sisters, ah, you're not beautiful. You look a hot mess. Oh, you look like a prostitute. But it's okay for little Becky to go wear her little high cut jeans showing her booty cheeks. Oh, and that's innocent. They call it innocent. A black woman, oh, she's a hoe. This is the world. This is that hatred. This is that enmity between us and the world. Oh yes. See, now, Sister Gabby, see that this is the thing. You're right. The master slept with the slave more than his wife, and it's a known history. What is it about this black woman that keeps him back to this woman? And, sisters, if you got to go back in history and you have to look at some slaves movies, so be it. Go back and look at it. You go see there's something special about you. You're not ugly. You got a shape that the work that these women wish they had. And if they don't have it, nip and tuck. Or is it tuck and nip? Or whatever. Cut it, sew me a figure 8 on me, like this black woman. If they got to sit there and take a knife, a razor blade, cut off that belly fat, and put it somewhere where have me looking like her. You're not ugly, sisters. You're not. You're nowhere close to it. Those afro lashes, that's crazy. You don't need nothing like that. For everything that you got, this is what the world wants. You are the apple of the Most High. What makes you think that he's going to come and have some? No. Shalom, Sister Regina. Let me say this, sisters. Listen to me. When the Most High brought Adam, Eve, he brought Eve. Something had to stimulate him to be with Eve. Even Adam was blown. He was floored. He put everything on Eve that will stimulate Adam. And it worked. Both ways. Let me tell you something about us. We always tend to go back to our people. You may go out here and date a white boy, or you may go out here and date a white girl. But somewhere down that line, and if you are, I can almost guarantee you that you may be married to a Gentile. And I'm talking about a man or a woman, but somewhere down that line, you went down there and you went back home. You went back home and you think you will take it to your grave, but you went back home. It is something about us that we come right back together. I don't care what you talking. We end up coming back together. Huh? Sit up here and talk that stuff until we can, brothers and sisters. You got a world that wants your world. You got a world that wants your world. No, I'm serious, sisters. You're not you're nowhere close to it. You're nowhere close to it. And you're so far away from being ugly. It is absolutely impossible. Absolutely. Now, let me say this now. I'm gonna say this. Jacob, his father-in-law tricked him. He married what was it, Leah? He married Leah. Well, he tricked him and put Leah in the bed. Jacob, first and foremost, it would appear that Jacob got drunk because he went down and laid with Leah. But when he woke up, he said, wait a minute, I didn't ask for her. Oh, it's too late. Too late. He had, granted, all right, may have been dark. But then the scriptures did say that she was not as beautiful as her sister. But trust and believe, brothers and sisters. Sisters. Trust and believe this. There's somebody for everybody of Yah's people. Period. Let's just say you're a healthy sister. You better trust and believe, because I'm one of them that can tell. My cousin, oh my goodness, my cousin. Ooh, boy, I got two. Well, I got more than two, but these two here, they stand out with me, and we still cool down to this very day. He said, "No, man. She got to have some meat on her body." When I say easy, when he say meat, he means meat. He means it. He means it. And I'm like, man. But one thing I come to, as I got older, I come to, and they still married to this day. He means it. He means it. Now I got another one. Whew. Boy, he loves some dead, skinny women. I ain't gonna say dead. He just loves them so skinny. They can look like a zipper. If they stick out their tongue, it's like you would think they was a zipper. His last girlfriend, that girl was so skinny. I was like, good night, bro. That's that. She was skinny. She was skinny. If you look in the dictionary, you look up skinny, they're gonna have a picture there. They're gonna have her picture, but he loves them. He loves skinny women. So I say this, sisters. There's no such thing as hope is lost. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, and then let's just say, hypothetically speaking, sisters, that you are uh, um, a well full-figured woman. Go to Nigeria. Go to Nigeria. Go to Nigeria. Hmm. You go find yourself being a movie star. You go find yourself being a star. You go find yourself, oh, wait, those Nigerian brothers don't play like that. No, you're not. No, you're not just full figured. You are endowed. Go to Nigeria. Don't play with those brothers. Those brothers don't play. Sisters, when I say the way the Most High has things set up, it is absolutely mind blowing. Shalom is the melody. I'm serious. You know, hmm. But the way this spell is going about, it's hitting a lot of our sisters hard. It is. Because they feel that they gotta show this and show that and do this and do that to blend in. Or at least claim to blend in. There's nothing ugly about you. It's not. Because once those blinders come off you sisters, once those blinders come off, you go realize, whoa, you mean to tell me I was this beautiful? Yeah, from the word go. From the word go. Mm-mm. Nope. But then at the same time, brothers, the redemption, they will need to hear that from us. This redemption, because they brought in this separation between us, and the fact that we allowed it, we did allow it, and although not knowing who we were, we should have fought a lot harder, truthfully. And now we have this opportunity with this awakening to help our sisters feel the way they should feel. Because the world has come in and desecrated our sisters. That's what they did. They desecrated our sisters. I'm talking about from head to toe. Mentally, they desecrated them. They did. They did exactly what they wanted to do with our sisters. And we just sit back there and we're like, hey man, it's just light. Now we couldn't find out it's not light. It's not light. Yeah, Sister Jones, oh, shoot. There's a lot of sisters. Let me say this about makeup, sisters. Makeup is used. Makeup is used where you ugly at. Where there's a blemish, it's used there to make up. The world's, well, the brothers are saying to you, sisters, you're not ugly. You're not ugly. The world knows you're not ugly. The world knows you're not ugly, but in the world will tell you that at the same time. They will tell you that, and at the same time, use it against you. Hey, we can put you in this movie here. We just need you to do one little sex scene, and so and so, so and so, so and so, and we'll pay you this so much amount of money to do that. Because I never forget it when what's that sister name? Not Tony Braxton. What's that woman name? It was her, John Travolta, and they supposed to be in some type of, I don't know. What's that woman name? I forgot the woman name. But anyway, Halle Berry. They paid her, I think it was so many millions of dollars to show her breasts. when she was sitting on the chair and everything in this particular movie. But that's like you said, you sold a part of yourself. They don't care. The devil don't care. Print some more money. She want you want how much for it to do it a second time? Now what about this sex scene? 10 million? You get 10 million. They don't care. You thinking you getting money, your life is going to be no, it's not going to be better. It's not going to be better. And now that's what they're coming to realize now. Brothers and sisters are coming up out of Hollywood because they're realizing, hey, this stuff is demonic. Now they're sounding the warning bells. Dun, dun, dun. This stuff is crazy. This music business is crazy. Judgment starts with the house of Israel. I don't care whether you're in Hollywood, Bollywood, Dollywood, it's going to hit no matter where you at. Rich, poor, deaf, dumb, crippled, and crazy. It's going to hit, and it's hidden. It's hidden. The religious factors is hidden. And the thing about, like I said yesterday, brothers and sisters, the Most High don't have to have, all right, this money is going to be used for Israel. Then we're going to hit the nations here. The Most High can do this all at one time if you want to. And that's what it is, sister. You know what, sis? We sold ourselves for so long. And we got accustomed to a lifestyle. And shalom, sister Jackie. Shalom. And that's the thing. No, we're not for sale. Shoot. But we sell ourselves. We sell ourselves. We're not for sale, but we do sell ourselves. If you want to sell yourself, be smart about how you sell yourself. Not yourself. Your service. If your service got to be compromised, you need to keep it moving. You know exactly who you're talking to. And unfortunately, brothers and sisters, yeah, we may have gotten over a little bit, just a little bit. I'm speaking about the ones here in the United States now. Shalom, brother AJ. I'm only speaking about the ones here, not in the United States. A lot has been sold. A lot has been sold. These niggas are so these Gentiles, including the women, are notorious to what they do. These retirees bring their Jamaican boyfriends here. I just wish some of you all could see some of the stuff I've seen. It's something else. It is. But they're there for a money reason. It's absolutely money. And Sister Pixie does. When the Most High said that Israel will be trampled, and this is my understanding of that. And me and Jacob, we talked about this a couple of years ago, and I told him, I said, I think that's talking about us physically. I don't think that's talking about Israel, the location. And he agreed with me, and I'm like, sister, if you see some of the things, there are so many Chinese babies here, it ain't even funny. In the village, they got the money. Sister, this the 20,000 shillings. 20,000 shillings. You can sleep with somebody's wife. And 20,000 shillings is $10. $10. But it was prophesied that we will be trampled on. If I got on here, y'all think it was rated X. If I got on here and told you, you know, what some brothers, some places we went to, well, it was a decent place to go, you know, and go there to eat and everything. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. But the Gentiles are up there deep. They deep. And the moment I open up my mouth, they turn their heads as if I don't belong there. And when I say Gentile, I'm talking about Chinese, whites, Indians, all of them. They know they spot. I go right up in there. Little old skinny white girls walking around with their little bathing suit on, with their little it's like a little sheer looking thing, as if you can't see through it. And you know, and the brothers, they walking around, you know, with the guitar, and they'll go and sing for money. And these, you know, they know exactly where to go. They know exactly where to go. And they go there. Oh, Friday, Saturday. Oh, that's the money making night. And now, mind you, when I go there, and they slick with this. No, I ain't gonna say they slick with it. No, they're not. Oh, Friday nights, it's like the sisters, the works there, they gotta wear a white miniskirt. All of them. All of them. I'm surprised how they walking. And then, well, brothers, y'all know those sisters. A lot of our sisters are hippie. So now, me and this other brother, we was there. Um, we was there. I'm like, dude, why? I'm asking, so why the sisters? He said, man, Mike, today is Friday. They gonna get drunk. This is a money making night. I'm like, dude, are you joking me? He said, no. He said, no. You ain't seen nothing. Wait for that sun down. Wait for that sun to go down a little bit more. You ain't seen nothing. All the music will get turned up. The liquor's going to be flowing. And the sisters, they flirting, and a lot of them, it ain't like they speak Swahili now. It ain't like they speak Swahili. But the phone do Google Translate. It translates well enough to let them know what their intentions are. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. No. But when I speak of redemption, brothers, that redemption is going to go deep. It's going to go deep. It's going to. Hang it up. It's going to go deep. It's going to. And unfortunately, a lot of our brothers don't make it no easier here locally, and whether in the States too. We ain't gonna just blame the brothers here. The same thing is going on. Is going on in the States. Probably just as not as blatant, but it's still there. This is the wearing out of Israel. And brothers, they are wearing out our sisters, leaving them with all types of babies, and yes, diseases. And a lot of them And I seriously believe that there's a chemical in this medicine for the ones that contracted HIV. They said they get tired of feeling. It's a feeling that they said they really can't explain, but they don't like the way it make them feel. So this sister, that's a friend of Hydia, her husband. I think I told you all this some months ago. He got tired, and it kind of found it just wasn't him either. He got tired of taking it, and he stopped taking it. 2 weeks later, he was gone. He was out of here. His some type of level went so low, boom, there was no coming back from that. She still has it, his wife, along with her baby daughter. She's like 4 years old. No, 3 old. Now I talked with the brother. I talked with another brother. He came out to visit, and he was talking about his ordeal. But now what he did was, let's just say what he did was low down too. Um, he knew he had it. He knew he had HIV, but that's like an embarrassment here. But everything, but it's widespread. So what had happened? He married this sister, and he knew he had it, but he didn't tell her. It was a tad bit too late. Well, yeah, it was too late. But she left him, and she knew she had it. She did the same thing. Went and got with another guy. Only thing different about it is she was pregnant. She gave birth to twin girls. Twin girls. He got the kid. He got this. Those are his daughters. He has them right now. At the time, that was 7 months. Those kids should be about 9 months old right now. Those two girls with HIV. When I say brothers and sisters, it's a trampling. This is absolutely a trampling of Israel. This is. This is. I mean, for the 8, 9 months I've been here, it's like, brothers and sisters, it's like, I think unwillingly, I went in deep and seen some things. And I'm like, are you joking me? And and when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters, it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. A massive exodus on both ends. Both ends. The Gentiles and the spells they have over our people, that's going to be a blessing. And then for all the other brothers outside of this continent coming back home with their experience, with their knowledge, bringing medicine that we have learned. If you come up with a cure, you will come up missing. We don't have to have that fear any longer. But this is what they do. This is what's happening to our people. This is what's happening to our people. We down in the trenches, brothers. And truthfully, I pray to the Most High. I said, I hope that we don't go no further than this. Because I just don't see where else can you go except for the grave. Why are we still living? It's something else, brothers and sisters. I'm serious. And for a lot of these kids that's coming up, they don't have the slightest idea what's in their blood until they get up at age. But at the same time. That medicine that they're giving them, guess where it's come from? That medicine comes from India. India. And now, brothers and sisters, now I know you all know this, especially from the States. And we all know, if you go back in some time, back some years ago, they used to say, if you're taking this particular medicine, it causes this and so on and so on, side effects of this. But there was one particular medicine that they had that causes you to think suicidal. Yes, they knew that there was a medicine that can cause you to have suicide tendencies. So, brothers, what makes you think that Satan's system is going to leave that, put that in the vault? No, he got that on the table right now, added to this particular medicine, added to that particular medicine. Don't give a high dosage, just get them started. And we're going to increase the dosage as we go. This is a demonic way of thinking that these people do to us. And what it says, what they want to call it, ADDH, ADHD, bump them. But that nonsense is going to backfire on them because it's getting to a point now. It's we getting pissed. Now I know this has not stopped with me, brothers and sisters. And when I tell you, we still trying to work on this flight because whatever they got going on, this is a whole different level. Sister Water, she's still working on it because I seriously believe they're frustrating her because she's seeing some things that's just not on the radar. But this is what I say, brothers and sisters. It's very important that we work together. Agriculture, all of it. Pharmaceutical, we need to do it ourselves. The only way you're going to help your brother is to trust your own self to help your own brothers, because they're not going to do it as long as they can keep you high. As long as they can keep you high, they're going to keep you there because you're serving a purpose for them. You're serving a purpose for them. Keep them high. Keep them drunk. Keep them sick. Keep them always in want. And they're doing that down to the T, down to this very day. We're going to have to, somewhere down that line, start to think as a nation. I don't care how small that nation is, because it's one thing that's going to happen. It's going to grow. Up the top, it's going to grow. It's going to grow. We got to do it ourselves. They showed exactly how they're getting down and how they want to get down with us. We're always asking for help. Talking about borrowing money. Pimp their money against them. That's what we need to do. Use everything right back to our return to sender. These days are talking about, hey, we doing this. No, brothers and sisters, that heat eventually is going to boil up. It's going to boil up against the nation. And I'm talking about Yahudims. It's going to boil up. We're going to come to a point where we're like, no, we're not trying to entertain that no longer. It's going to happen. Hang that nonsense up. It's going to happen. This is ridiculous. And there's not another nation on this planet that has been trampled like us. And I don't care where we at on this planet Earth. We all have one thing in common. We've been trampled upon. And the moment we realize that as a nation, we're going to start calling out. And truthfully, I think that calling out has already started. I think that calling out has already started. But brothers, I'm serious. We got to come up swinging. We got to grab these sisters by the hand, by the heart. We got to grab these sisters by the heart. We're gonna have to, off the top, we're gonna have to grab these sisters by the heart. They may be bucking and fighting and screaming and biting and everything, brothers. We go. There's a lot on our plate. Our forefathers put us in this predicament, and it's gonna be us that we got to get up out of here. I mean, we're gonna have to start doing some things, a whole lot of things, totally different, whether we're in captivity or not. We got to show the Most High. This is what I want my actions to look like. Once the Most High sees this, He's seeing some things, but it seems that we got to do it a little bit better. Because trust and believe, He knows exactly what He put in each and every last one of us. He knows the ability of what brothers can do and what they can't do. If you want to talk about a battle, brothers and sisters, reach out to these sisters. Satan came in. While we turned our backs on our sisters, when we turned our backs on our sisters, the devil came right in, swooped in like he John B. or somebody. Yeah, I'm that white boy with that good hair. I sound like Babyface. I will cook your dinners. I will run your bath water. They told him a whole lot of lies. But they didn't tell him about life. They didn't tell him about all the downsides to this here. All the world came in was out. They just came in with a deep-seated demonic lust for our sisters. Brothers, when I tell you to go back and read Tobit, that demon, and you do some research on that, that demon had an infatuation with Sarah. He did. A demon. Now, if you got a demon, I ain't gonna say if, you have a demon that had an infatuation with our sister, what makes you think that these demons don't have the same desires right now? The same thing. The same desire. Brothers and sisters, y'all think that died off? Do you really truly think that these demons let that desire die off? They demons. They still got it. They still got it. And they wielding it through the Gentiles. If they got to get in one of their body, just get their rocks off. So what makes you think that this stuff done started? Stopped. Ooh, shucks. Brothers, we it's a battle. It's going to be a battle. But it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a pleasing battle because yes, Sister Pixie, this Satan system, he's seeing what's about to happen with us. He's seeing that there's this exodus is stronger and stronger. This awakening is stronger and stronger. Brothers and sisters that the Most High has out here taking the lead and using their voice of authority against demons, they're doing it more now. And they're not doing it just for self gratification, self gain. They're looking at this is for all of my brothers and sisters. Especially for the ones I haven't even seen. When these brothers get on their shows and they talk about demon activity, brothers and sisters, no, take their demon activity, take that deep. Take it deep, because that's how deep it is. We're not going to realize how deep Satan's system is until we pull it out of his system. Now we're going to start feeling a different way. We're going to start seeing things a whole lot clearer than we ever before in our history. We have a we brothers, we have a battle. We have a battle. The Most High is going to he's going to give you the strength to endure. He is. He's going to give you the strength to endure. But brothers, don't be those men that want to start something but don't want to finish it. There's going to be some stress that's going to go right along with him. Hang it up. Hang it up. It was stressful for the Most High to let us go down the way we went. But he had to let it happen. Brothers and sisters, let me say this in conclusion. If you want to talk about a tearful heart, somebody just welling in tears and just hurt to the core, look at the Most High. He's that one who's hurt. He is the one that was shedding tears. The sisters, they don't have nothing on the Most High in his hurt. Yes, sisters, I understand you've been hurt, but if you want to talk about hurt, let's just take it where it belongs. You're talking about a creator who brought me and you and the brothers and sisters on here who allowed us to come through this particular bloodline, to go through these curses, to be slapped around, raped, all of this stuff. When all that stuff was happening to us, he was crying. He's shedding tears. He's breaking down. He's breaking down because Israel did not have to go down this way. And then for him to say in Yahushua, and for our forefathers to show their respect towards the Most High about our Messiah. We lied, cheated, and steal and killed. That's what we did. We did that. That's that niggerish stuff that we did. Now think about his feelings. He sent a gift. And you turned your nose up at this. Who do you think is hurt out of all of this? Sisters, I give you, please trust and believe, I got your hurt. Your hurt is where it belongs. But if you want to take this on a whole different level, your hurt will no, it doesn't compare to the Most High. It does not. It does not. Nowhere close to it. And you're right, Sister Donna. You're right. You're right. Out of all that we did, he still loves Israel. That's I mean, now that's the thing that runs deep. It's his love for his people Israel, that he chose out of all the people on this planet Earth. He chose you. He chose Sister Donna, Brother Robert, Sister Pixie, Sister Monica, Sister Kathy, Brother Ricky. He chose all of you all to come through this particular bloodline to be part of his world. Now the question is this: How are you going to show that appreciation? You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel. We are fighting against the devil. And this is not, I mean, brothers and sisters, I'm not here to what's the word? To knock down. I'm not here to knock down at all. I pray to the Most High, please help me to be a person to encourage brothers and sisters, not to knock them down. What to tell the truth, what the truth needs to be told. There's discipline needs to be told. All right, so be it. You know, discipline it is. But we need to stay focused, like Sister Pixie said. And all glory belongs to the Most High. His heart, his healing, and for us to stand up for his glorious name, and we continue to do it, we part of that healing, brothers. And that stiff neck that we got about ourselves, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna tell you how we can take that stiff neck and make it and turn that stiff neck into a positive. Turn that stiff neck on the devil. Turn it on him. Use that stiff neck and on the devil. Yeah, the Most High said we was stiff necked people when it came to him and everything. Give it to the devil now. He gave it to you. Give it right back. Return to sender. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel. We don't know how this stuff is going to go down, but it's going to go down in the way it should. Let's continue to be encouraged towards one another and praying for your brothers and sisters. And on that note, shalom.